Hello, Pisces. Welcome. And welcome back. Oh my gosh. This is the second time I started this video. The first time I hit the camera, my braids were too high. I don't know. We're just going to take that rubber band out because, Jesus. I forgot my bracelet. My bracelet and my rings. This Cancer energy sucks. I don't care if anybody's offended. I can't fucking stand Cancer season. Every year Cancer season sucks. And it's horrible because it's in the summer. It's like, dang. Why? Ugh. Why does it have to be this way? Why do we have to be this way? Cancer? All this heavy ass energy? Anyway, we're going to get into it. See what the messages are. Pisces, see what you need to know. What you could be dealing with. I definitely have been taking a break. So if you guys were missing the readings, I don't really apologize for it because I need to take a break. But I hope that you're getting what you need in life through whatever situations you may be dealing with. Don't bring anything into your life that doesn't belong, you guys. Take the messages at face value. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't make serious lifelong decisions based off of a tarot reading online. I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of over it. I'm not over the readings, but it's just so much going on, and I just don't have the energetic capacity. I guess. Spirit, you're not funny. Y'all really are not funny, but no, we're going to get into it. For Pisces, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration. Father, Mother, God, for Pisces, what is the message? What does Pisces need to know at this time, Spirit? What is this? Talking to friends. Ooh, and then we have chaos at the bottom, and then habits. So there could be a makeup and then chaos. There could be a situation that's kind of chaotic when it comes to disruption amongst friends or some type of chaotic situation happening in the world, in your life, whatever. There's some type of drama. Drama for what? I don't know. But we got habits, repeating the same mistakes, hanging on for no reason. Hard to give them up. Okay. You know, I kind of want to do this a little bit differently. We're just going to clarify each card and see what the situation is. Because it kind of feels like some chaos went down. Something happened. And it's causing a little bit of drama. And you could be talking to your friends about it. This may not be something that directly associates or relates to you. But let's just see. Okay. Let's see. What is this talking to friends, Spirit, for Pisces? What is this talking to friends? The Emperor. So you could be dealing with an Aries, or this could be about an Aries. Okay, Aries energy. Possibly Taurus. The Magician at the bottom and the Four of Wands. So somebody's making moves to control a relationship behind the scenes. I feel like somebody is doing something. I don't want to say it's manipulative, but it feels like it's not being. Oh, the snake is popping out. The belt. The Magician has that snake belt, and it's just popping out to me like randomly. It's so weird when you read tarot sometimes, because it's like you could read with the same cards every single time you do a reading, and you will find that different things pop out to you at different moments. And that snake belt just popped out. And I just heard wrapped around your little finger. And you know how like the wands, they have these little ribbons. And sometimes like to remember something, people used to wrap a string around their finger so they wouldn't forget. I don't know exactly why that would work, but somebody's got another person wrapped around their finger, or they got people wrapped around their finger. Someone is trying to control like what other people do. Aries energy strongly, 4 fucking wands, Emperor, and the Magician. So someone could just be trying to like be in that controlling, dominating energy where they're controlling other people. Or this could be a situation where someone just has a lot of Aries in their chart. This could also be Gemini, possibly Taurus. But there's, with that Magician, there's action that's being taken behind the scenes, away from other people's awareness, privately or secretively, to control a relationship dynamic or to control a situation in some way. What's the Emperor? Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the Moon. Pisces. Your intuition is telling you. I feel like you see past, you see past some type of illusion. I feel like you definitely see past an illusion, or you see past someone's antics. I feel like you're communicating very passionately. Not necessarily like you're upset, but it feels like you're just communicating clearly. You're communicating how you feel about situations very clearly. And there's hidden manipulation behind the scenes of someone controlling a situation or a relationship dynamic. And I feel like you can tell. What's the Emperor? One more card. 10 of Cups. Yeah. Something is not adding up. I feel like you guys are ready for anything. Baby, you are ready for anything. I feel like you guys are preparing for war. And I'm not saying like, well, if you're in the military, God bless you. But I'm not saying like that. It's in terms of like the reactions that you're going to receive, the responses that you may get, the feedback that people could have towards you about the things that you say or the things that you feel. I feel like you guys are preparing for war. Like you're ready for anything. You're sitting there cool, calm, collected, chill, listening to people's perspectives. We saw the Queen of Swords, but it's like, you know that there's something bubbling up underneath the surface because someone is doing something either sneaky or manipulative or underhanded or just very secretive. Like someone maneuvers in a very secretive way. So I just feel like you guys are kind of like ready for anything and anyone to to pop off pretty much. I feel like you already see some chaos. The chaos has already happened. So I feel like because of whatever chaos you've witnessed or whatever chaos somebody tried to include you in, you guys are like talking maybe about the situation. There could have been a fight or an argument that took place recently where you guys are discussing what happened. And you're pretty much, in my opinion, preparing for anything, because I think that you guys can see that whatever's on the surface is not the full story. Like you guys know with the Magician and the Moon and the Queen of Swords that something is going on underneath the surface, and whatever this illusion of like perfection and, oh, we're best friends, oh, I love you, we're best friends, we're all this, we're all that, oh, everything is good, everything is cool, we're cool, we're mature, we do this, we do that. Like whatever the gimmick is, you're not falling for the gimmick. World card with the 10 of Cups, and then you have the 7 of Wands. Yeah, so I feel like you guys are really protecting yourself from a group. This could be your family. This could be a family dynamic. You could have a strong masculine figure that kind of controls a family dynamic or dominates a family dynamic that you have. This could also be a boss at work, someone who runs the company you work for, or, someone who's just in a position of power and authority. You can tell that you have to protect yourself possibly from either this person being manipulative or other people who are involved in a situation being manipulative in some way, trying to create a situation that goes the way that they want it to go, but that really may not benefit the other people who are involved. And if you can see that there's a person who's looking out for their own best interests, you are being very strategic yourself. It feels like you're not necessarily being manipulative, but you're peeping game, and you're like, okay, if you can throw this person under the bus because they got in the way of something that you wanted, then that means you can throw me under the bus. If you can gossip about this person, that means you can gossip about me. And I feel like you guys are not being stupid about it. You see it very clearly. You're very emotionally intelligent about it. You're using your past experiences that have kind of like molded your wisdom about the situation to your advantage. And you're not going to allow a situation to get out of hand because you feel that you can possibly see something repeating. I feel like you ended things in your life that have gone on. Like, these are habits, these are cycles, these are things that now you understand more clearly. So you've ended a lot of things that were not serving you in life. And I feel like you want to have a positive perspective and a positive outlook on life, because that's how you can stay in control of the things that you can't see, right? Like, you may know that there's negativity out there, Pisces. You may know that people may not have the best intentions for you, but in order to control your reality, because obviously I feel like a lot of you guys have realized you're the only one who can control you. Nobody else can control you. You're not going to let nobody else control you, but you're also not going to be foolish and feel like you can control other people. So out of what you can control on a regular basis every single day, that's what you're going to control. And you're going to put up boundaries and protect yourself from any type of negativity or aggression or confusion or delusions that are coming from other people. You could be definitely, I feel like, dealing with an Aries strongly, a Gemini, possibly a Taurus, maybe Aquarius, Leo, or Scorpio for some of you guys. I feel like you're keeping your emotions in check every day. Wow. What is this chaos? Chariot. So somebody's travel could have caused some type of disruption. Someone traveling, someone moving, relocating, someone's moves or actions. Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords. Wow. This is definitely 6 swords. So there could be some type of travel or some type of like movement that caused chaos. There could be communication about travel, communication about some type of movement, like maybe a trip. There was miscommunications about a trip, or something somebody said was very petty, though. It was very hostile. Like, it created some type of problems, and I feel like you're trying to distance yourself from it. I feel like you may have walked away from something that was really petty because you didn't see a point in arguing. What's the Chariot? 8 of Cups reversed. What? Okay, wait. 4 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, this is interesting. Cause like the Chariot is going away, getting the heck up out of there, getting out of Dodge, and the 8 of Cups is like, no, I'm gonna stay. What? And then the 4 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. What I really get the vibe of is like, a lot of you guys could have been in a situation where you observed some type of chaos or conflict or argument, and you may not have said anything. Like, you may have had something that you wanted to say, but you may have kept it to yourself. Because Pisces, I feel like you feel kind of like you're dealing with people who are stupid. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be stuck up or prideful or nothing like that. But sometimes, like, when you're of course, you don't want to be in situations with people who are a detriment to you mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. But let's be real. Sometimes we can end up in situations, whether it's coworkers, who you question how they got hired, or it's friends of friends, where maybe your friend invited you to come with them to a friend's celebration or a house party or whatever, and you're around people that you don't know, but you know the people that you know, and maybe the friend's house who you end up going to, they got a man or they got a girl, and the girl's people come or the man's people come, and it's a whole bunch of nonsense. Sometimes we get in situations where we're around people who we would not usually or normally hang around, and the motherfuckers is ignorant. They ignorant. And it feels like you might have been in a situation where you kept your mouth shut. You didn't walk away and leave. Maybe you had a ride with somebody. Maybe you had a carpool. Maybe you couldn't just leave when you wanted to. But you were around people, or you were in a situation where you decided to keep your mouth shut. And you could have said what you was feeling, but you was like, nah, I don't want to open that door. And it kind of feels like because of that situation, you kind of were like, I don't think, I might not come to the next potluck. I don't know. It could have been something going on 4th of July. I don't know. But you kept something to yourself. You decided not to help someone, or you decided not to jump in because I feel like you know that if you would have jumped into the situation, you would have got too heated, or somebody else would have got too heated. Maybe instead of saying how you really feel, because, sometimes people pressure you to speak up or say something. Maybe you was just like, look, I'm finna go and head out. Maybe you said what you had to say. Because, the 4 of Swords, the 8 of Cups reversed, and the 5 of Pentacles is kind of like, you sticking to your own self. You staying to yourself. You're kind of involved or invested in some way, shape, or form. But you're not like really integrating with whatever the situation is. You could have decided to heal something or try to make amends with somebody when it comes to a situation and what they said or what you said in the past. And there could have been an attempt to like find peace, find common ground. But that was before the Knight of Swords and the 5 of Swords came out with the Chariot. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I feel more like maybe you were trying to keep the peace and you were trying to stay quiet, or you were trying to keep the peace and not say how you really feel. Maybe you were trying to sugarcoat things just to keep things cordial between you and someone else, so that you didn't totally have to like remove yourself from a situation, but that people wouldn't get like butthurt about your opinions. But I really feel like, Pisces, you really ain't got nothing for somebody. What's this Chariot? Because it seems like, I don't know. It just seems like you didn't really say what it is that you wanted to say, or you tried to maybe like censor yourself so that you wouldn't make a situation worse. And it's like, because you may have been triggered, you felt it was better to be like, you know what? I'm just finna go and walk away from this. One more card for the Chariot. Wow. Queen of Pentacles in the Tower. Cancer energy. Scorpio energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Aries. I really feel like that 8 of Cups was supposed to be upright. We're going to see. Empress and the 3 of Wands. Yeah, I just feel like you didn't expect something to pop off the way it did. I don't think you guys expected for someone to say what they said or do what they did. You didn't expect something to go left. You thought it was going to go right. So that's why you stuck around. I feel like you expected for something to be peaceful, or you expected for something to be fulfilling and fun, and everything was chill. The situation was chill, or I feel like you were waiting for some type of like, I don't know. It doesn't even feel like waiting. I feel like you were expecting something to go better than what it did, and it didn't. What's the Eight of Cups reversed? Queen of Wands. Six of Swords and the Justice. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody see, okay, so this is the thing too. I feel like somebody could have possibly even expected you to walk away and you didn't. Like back down. Like maybe somebody thought that they were going to intimidate you out of speaking your mind and you spoke that bitch anyway. Maybe somebody felt like you were going to run away from something and you didn't. Maybe somebody felt like they knew how you would react or respond to something and you didn't react or respond the way that they thought you would. It kind of feels like a situation where it's like you kind of like, I don't know. It kind of feels contradictory because the Six of Swords and the Chariot, but then the Eight of Cups is reversed. So if you did walk away from something, maybe somebody thought you wouldn't walk away, but you did. If you stuck around and you weren't intimidated by someone's antics, maybe somebody thought that you would be too scared and run, but you didn't. Like, I don't know exactly what that is, but it's like there's this level of someone thinking that something was going to go down a certain way with you and it didn't go down the way that they thought it would, or it didn't go down the way that you thought it would. Six of Pentacles. What else is this Queen of Wands with the Eight of Cups reversed? Knight of Wands. Yeah. Did somebody come at you? And the Six of Pentacles is at the bottom. Five of Wands. I feel like somebody was trying to like get you to feed into some type of argument or get you to feed into some type of debate or drama or chaos, again, conflict, dispute. It's like somebody chose to come at you with a bunch of smoke, or somebody was giving you all the smoke. Like, bitch, I'm not the one who you need to be having smoke with. You need to go take that up with whoever you got an issue with. I'm not the one you need to have an issue with. I don't think you engaged in something here with somebody, but I also feel like you didn't back down. So I think that's where the contradiction stems from. What is this Ten of Cups? Hangman. All your energy, by the way. Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups, Hangman. I feel like you're seeing through the illusion of something, or you're seeing through the facade. Yeah, High Priestess. Wow, Three of Cups. There's definitely a secret here, or there's something hidden where somebody's trying to cause confusion in a group dynamic. And I don't know exactly who it is or what it is, but I feel like your intuition is telling you to look at something from a different perspective. Like, if something appears to be too good to be true, it's making your intuitive receptors go off. And I think you know that somebody here is trying to create confusion or create illusions here. They may be telling lies. We've been talking about that. The World and the Ten of Wands. Definitely the end of a cycle. Definitely someone feeling like they have to end a cycle. They're forced to end a cycle. They feel burdened possibly because they have to end this cycle. Or there's a lot of forceful energy where someone is trying to break down some type of boundaries that you have and you're just not budging in a situation. Two of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you didn't want to see that someone was forcing a connection with you or trying to force you to do something that you didn't want to do. You didn't want to see that. You didn't want to, I feel like you were trying to be positive, but maybe the positivity was forced. And that's what I was getting earlier with like, bestie, oh, I love you. Everybody's so kumbaya. Ha 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 ha. We're all happy. And it's just kind of like, there's something that you don't see about this becoming a burden or about this cycle needing to come to an end. And I feel like you're going to see that your intuition was right about somebody. What's the Tower? Oh my God. Ace of Cups. It was upright and then it flipped in reverse. The Fool and the Seven of Swords. Somebody is trying to disrupt a new beginning. Somebody is trying to disrupt some type of fresh start or some type of new experience that you guys are possibly meant to have. Now, unless you're bitter and angry and upset and hating on people, then maybe it's you trying to disrupt somebody else's shit. But, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If that's you, then you need to check yourself. But it kind of feels like someone is free with the Fool. Someone is optimistic. Someone is happy. Someone plans to go about things a certain way and then someone wants to disrupt it. Wow. Like a new love situation or something enjoyable for you. Like, what's the Ace of Cups reversed? Y'all, that's why I haven't been doing readings because I'm sick. One of y'all was in the comments of like, oh, you keep talking about the same thing over and over again. I don't know what to tell you. And y'all were thanking me because I keep talking about it. I don't fucking want to keep talking about this shit over and over again. I don't. That's why I ain't been here. Because out of a whole month of doing readings every single day, it'd be the same shit. And I'm like, okay, from the outside looking in, like, oh my God. What is the experience? The experience can't be that enjoyable for people watching. Cause it's like, what are we doing? And I don't know if it's y'all. I don't know if it's me. But, the arrogance in me says it ain't me, bitch. Because I be minding my damn business. I don't even got these many people around me to be having this type of crazy foolishness go on. And I'm not saying it's y'all. It might be people who's around the people who we around, and we might not even be around that many people. I don't know what the fuck it is, Pisces. I don't know if it's shit that we're absorbing from the media. I don't know what it is. But that ain't nothing to be congratulating us about, is talking about the same story over and over again. So, love you, boo, but no. Like, what the fuck is this? Clarifying the Tower. It can't be just me pulling cards and it's my energy fucking up the reading. No, this is crazy. This is like a situation where someone is not your friend. Someone does not want you to be able to align with the things that are on your path. And the reason why I say this is like, okay, the Habits card is right there. Ace of Swords. So could I be lying? Maybe. Is it probable that I'm lying? Not really. I'm not saying y'all didn't handle the situation properly. I just feel like the truth is somebody's delusional. And of course, with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups being reversed, people going to say it's you. People going to say it's Pisces. People going to turn it around on you. But if you are being delusional, you got to get that shit under control. I don't know what to say, like, because y'all will chew me out just because I want to try to make, people better. I don't know, like, I can't ever win in this situation, and it's kind of draining. Because if I tell you the truth, then you're going to chew me out for it. But then if I blow your head up with delusions, you going to like me for a little while, but then you going to turn on me for that too. And it's not fun. It's not fun. It makes what I enjoy doing very, very unpleasant. So the Page of Cups reverse and the Ace of Cups reverse is a delusional ass Pisces. Page of Cups reverse and the Ace of Cups reverse is a Pisces that is out of alignment. That's not paying attention to the things that are going on around. That's acting very immature, very childish, and refusing to take accountability. And if you want to say it's me, fine. Because I'm calling you out. If you want to say it's me, fine. But this is what is creating this tower. And with the Eight of Cups reverse, it's like, what's going on, y'all? Like, what is going on? Did you choose somebody out? Did you cuss somebody out? Now, the only thing I could say to kind of redeem you in this situation is that all of a sudden somebody says something that tried to purposefully throw you off. You evaluated your value in the situation. You evaluated your resources. You evaluated your involvement, how much you should be involved, how little you should be involved. And whatever was going on that was trying to push you to make a certain decision, the tower, you stuck around after the tower. You kept on, entertaining the bullshit. And then all of a sudden there was something that made you snap and you walked away, or you were forced to leave. And I don't know, because that's what I feel like the chaos is about. Maybe this is what you're talking to your friends about. But like Page of Cups reverse and the Ace of Cups reverse, it don't look good for you, boo. And I don't know what to say about that. Because that is Pisces energy. You could be getting clarity that someone is not your friend. You could be getting clarity that people are not for you. You could be getting clarity that a situation is repetitive and cyclic and toxic. You could be finding out the pain that you caused someone. And it may not be something easy to deal with, but, I don't want to cause any of you guys pain. But like, it's painful to me too, when y'all come to me for guidance and you come to me for truth and you come to me to try to help you navigate through situations that are challenging, and I tell you things that are hard, but then you turn it around on me and come at me and attack me for just doing what you came here for me to do. So I don't mean to hurt anybody, but I've never been able to tell a lie. Like, I've never been able to be fake with people. So now this could also be like how you feel. Because one thing about these readings that I tell y'all, and that a lot of the OG viewers know, is that sometimes the way that I talk in these readings and how I express myself is the reading in itself. And people be so damn dim with it and they don't see it. Message. Sometimes the way I'm expressing myself is either how you're expressing yourself to others and how you feel being echoed through the reading. And sometimes it's how others express themselves to you and how they're trying to get you to see their point of view through the reading. What's the Queen of Cups? King of Pentacles? I don't fucking know. Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. I don't know. Page of Swords, Two of Cups. Somebody could be asking you about this King of Pentacles. How much time have you invested with this person? Do you plan on investing in this person? I don't know what the fuck this is. It feels like some fake ass, phony ass bullshit. And the fact that Friends came out and then the Page of Cups is reversed, It's like somebody is trying to distract you from a new beginning, or steal it from you, or disrupt it, or that's what you're doing to somebody else because you're bitter. And for those of you who aren't bitter Pisces, and for those of you who are evolved, I am so sorry, my love. I really am. That's why I try to do the members readings for y'all, because y'all got to understand it's a lot of Pisces out here who ain't fucking shit. And they be watching harder than some of y'all be watching. And unfortunately, their energy overpowers the reading because they so fucking mad and bitter, and they can't get over their own shit. They can't see past their own asshole long enough to see the reality of life and the reality of the world. And unfortunately, they overpower the reading. And there's nothing energetically that I can do to change that. Even though I may try and fight hard. So, Six of Swords and the Justice. This is interesting because the Six of Swords to me can be Libra, because you have the 2 swords separated from the 4 swords, and 4 of Swords and 2 of Swords plus the 3 is Libra. And then you have the Justice card with the scales. And last time we saw the 6 of Pentacles, which has a scale on it. So there's something that's coming up in this reading about fairness, equal opportunities, justice, boundaries. I feel like Spirit is guiding you guys towards meeting the right people, asking the right questions, so that you can make the right investments in your life. Because right now, it kind of feels like there's a lot of fake, false, phony behavior of somebody who's trying to kind of manipulate connections or relationships around you. Like, this could even be somebody at your job wanting to manipulate connections that you have with your fellow coworkers. I don't really see work. I see more personal, but it feels like there's somebody here. I don't know. What's this habits? Ace of Wands. Whew. Two of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. Wow. I feel like you guys are really ready to do something different or experience something different. You're trying to balance maybe 2 different jobs, 2 different goals, 2 different ideas. 4 of Wands and the Empress. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. If there's somebody or something that you need to let go of, don't hesitate to let go of it. It feels like there's this dynamic. Wow, the Emperor and the Empress too. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. We didn't see the King of Cups. We didn't see the King of Wands. Not yet. But we have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. And it feels like there's 2 people who are meant to be together here, or there's a connection that's meant to be made that matches, whether it's platonic, professional, or romantic, between 2 people. And with the Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, it kind of feels like not only could this be a practical professional connection, but it could be a practical romantic connection as well. And the Ace of Cups being reversed, we saw the Ace of Swords. We have the Ace of Wands. The 4 of Wands is coming out again, which already came out with the Magician. What I'm trying to say, you guys, is it kind of feels like whatever's going on with personal relationships in your life, your spirit team is trying to highlight the importance of flow. And what they're saying is, if that shit don't flow and there's chaos, either from a third party, we saw the 3 of Wands, we saw the 3 of Cups, we saw the 3 of Swords. Okay. So if somebody's paying attention to you and somebody else, or if somebody is, flip-flopping and whatever, juggling, what they're trying to highlight in this reading is that wherever there is flow, there will be victory. There will be success. But you also have to understand that there will be competition. So if you have a flow in your business, people are going to see that flow and want to disrupt it. If you have a flow in a conversation with somebody and you're talking to somebody and you're having a good conversation and somebody tries to butt in and force the conversation to be over, or hey, what about it? And all my cats looking crazy because I sound crazy, but that's how that person energetically sounds to me. You got to understand, go where the flow is. I'm not going to say go with the flow because that kind of can leave you in a haphazard position. Go where the flow is. And if something is flowing, understand that there's going to be chaos and conflict. Well, you don't have to compete with the chaos and conflict and oh, bring it back over here to me. Put your attention back on me. You don't have to do all that shit. Go where the flow is. And see what I'm saying? 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords. So there's some type of truth or clarity here that you're going to receive or that you need to pay attention to and open your eyes to when it comes to somebody trying to distract you from the flow, trying to make you anxious about the flow, trying to be petty and vindictive when it comes to the flow, trying to disrupt the flow, whatever the fuck that is. Somebody's trying to put you in your head about it. And you need to not let them do that, okay? What's Pisces energy in this situation? 5 of Cups. Wow. So you could be feeling sad and lost. 10 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Maybe you feel like somebody picked somebody else over you. There's that scale of balance again. I just feel like some of y'all, Spirit is trying to tell you to leave a chaotic situation. 6 of Swords, Justice. Some of you guys feel stabbed in the back. Like something that you may have wanted didn't work out, but I don't know if you would have liked it anyway. But still, it kind of feels like, I don't know. It kind of feels like you didn't really get the chance because somebody ruined it, or they made a situation like before you could start enjoying yourself, they want to leave. Like even if you're dating somebody, right? And you want to go out to a certain place, just say your city opened up a new botanical dinner, activity center, and you can go eat dinner and be in the rainforest inside. And it just feels like you're out in the forest, but you eating dinner. And you got a nice table and it's got the ambiance of a nice rainforest and they got rain sounds and maybe you could smoke a hookah or do whatever. I don't know, whatever the fuck. It's something nice that would draw your attention. And then when you get there, your date or your friends or your person is complaining, oh my God, the mist. It feels like I'm in the grocery store and they misting vegetables. My hair, my feet, my nails, my back, my neck and my back, everything hurts. I want to leave. And it's that type of vibe. That's kind of what it feels like. It's like right when you get in something and you start enjoying it, somebody wants to come and fuck it up. So it's like, I feel like some of y'all gotta just decide to enjoy it regardless, or take it as a sign that maybe if somebody was so ready to cut you off, then it wasn't for you. I don't know. 3 of Pentacles. What is this? Hold on. Death card, 3 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. Scorpio energy. Yeah, it's like, it feels like something was working out and going well, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. And I feel like that was purposeful. I feel like somebody tried to create that type of dynamic. So you have to, I feel like some of you guys are learning to figure out how you're going to enjoy things, whether or not people around you are enjoying it or not. 6 of Cups, King of Swords. Yeah, I don't know. What's the energy around Pisces? I don't know. What's the energy around Pisces when it comes to this message? 3 of Wands. I don't know what that means. The Magician and then the Hierophant. Yeah, somebody is around you manipulating situations, being very snake-like, doing things behind the scenes, throwing rocks and hiding their hand, and then on the surface trying to act like they're this upstanding citizen, this trustworthy person. I don't know what the fuck this is about. What is Why is this message coming out for Pisces? Magician, Two of Swords, Five of Wands, Justice. Yeah, I feel like you're going to get justice for whatever this is that you don't see. Whatever you don't see going on, or whatever conflict or argument or drama that you're trying to like stay out of, I feel like you're going to get justice for someone's behavior when it comes to the things that they're doing to manipulate your outcome behind the scenes. Because I feel like you've clearly, just the fact that the Queen of Swords came out with the Queen of Cups, I feel like you guys have clearly expressed your position on something. Like, you have clearly stated several times, very concisely, that this is how you feel. I don't want to be in no drama. I'm just chilling. You get what I'm saying? Like, this fuck shit. I don't need this fuck shit, and I ain't about this fuck shit, and you can have argue with yourself. I don't know what the conversation was, but I feel like you guys have clearly expressed several times that you have the right to feel how you feel, but I'm not going to argue with your ass. And now that you don't want to do that, it's like now somebody is wanting to do things and manipulate situations behind the scenes or create conflict and chaos that you don't see, because you've clearly expressed how you don't want to be involved in the bullshit. So, wow, why is the star reversed? Yeah, the stress. I feel like there's going to be some type of... Okay. So the reason why this message is coming out is because there is a potential for maybe legal involvement, especially if y'all are getting like harassed, because this kind of feels like harassment. It kind of feels like you've been harassed over and over again by someone who does not want to let something go. This could be somebody who doesn't want to let you go. This could be some type of pain and suffering that you've endured, physical ailments that you've endured. But I feel like there is some type of proof here legally of somebody causing chaos or conflict that you don't see behind the scenes. Like, or there's going to be an opportunity to make this right. What's the Three of Wands for the energy around Pisces? Nine of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. And the Moon. I feel like somebody is secretly intimidated by you at work, or when it comes to what you work on, the work that you do. They're kind of scared of you, to be honest. I also feel like someone is intimidated by your success. What's the Nine of Wands? The Nine of Cups. Look at that. Yeah. This could be because you're independent. This could be because you, I don't know, have created a career for yourself. You've risen up through the ranks. You've built a name for yourself. You have a reputation in your industry. It could definitely be a situation where someone feels like you make more, or you're able to do more with your finances. I don't know what this is, but it's like you get what you want and somebody is upset about it. Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. You could even speak very freely about like what you believe, or, you know, like the things that you feel. This is a habit. The same thing keeps repeating when it says like this is all positive. Empress, Four of Wands, Ace of Wands. It's like whenever you start something new, even if like you're in an industry that's very competitive, just say, for example, you walked away from that industry because you were like, you know what? Fuck this. It's super competitive. It's like if I were to say, oh, I'm walking away from tarot because there's just too many tarot readers out there. I don't want to compete. I want to go. I want to go. I don't know what is really obscure nowadays because everybody's got a platform. But, you know, I want to go thread needles for a living so that everybody who's a seamstress they need not for a needle thread. I got you. I'm going to thread needles for a living. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there, right? All of a sudden, you go over there and start threading needles. And every bitch in the world want to now all of a sudden thread motherfucking needles. Like, bitch, nobody was threading needles. Where the fuck did you come from, bitch? Nobody was threading needles, ho. Now that I'm threading needles, you want to come thread needles? Like, oh my God. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. It feels like every time you start something new, every time you accomplish something, or you get to the point where you're like, yes, y'all got it, fight over it, I'm gone, peace. And you go do something else, here come the next group of bitches mad because now you're threading needles, or now you're rolling toilet paper. Let me go roll toilet paper. That's what I have a passion for, is making sure that it's always rolled properly. And I'm going to be the best toilet paper roller in this here world. And here come all the bitches talking about, you copy me rolling toilet paper. Yeah, I said I want to thread needles first. But it's only because you're getting some type of traction doing it and they're not. Or you're getting some type of career advancement and they're not. So now all of a sudden, I've been doing this. I've been rolling toilet paper rolls. Bitch, my middle name is Charmin. Like, bitch, really? Really? What's the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Wands? I just feel like that's the energy around you. It's like, I don't know. People see your energy and they know who the fuck you are. And they know exactly why they mad. But they want to make it seem like it's you. And I just feel like Spirit is like, hey, listen. We want you to see the pattern. We want you to see the signs of the pattern and understand that the reason why they're doing this is to make you feel like you have to dim your light, or to make you feel like you got to give your crown away to other people, or to make you feel like you got to walk away from this industry, or whatever the fuck they're doing. They want you to see the pattern and why it happens. Wow, look at the devil up under there and the 6 of Swords. There's an obsession towards you when it comes to your divinity, when it comes to the fact that you've been chosen, when it comes to the fact that you're guided and protected through the tumultuous waters of life. And people have an issue with that. And it's like, you know, I sometimes I do get tired of talking about it because it's like, I don't know what else the fuck to say. There's chaos amongst the friend group, or there's chaos that's going on and you're talking to people about it. But it's like they want you to realize the repetitive habits and patterns that not only you see in other people, but that you also experience within yourself, so that you don't let this dim your light. They want you to understand and recognize how many times you've been in situations where your shit has been flowing and you've been getting awards, accolades, recognition, getting wish fulfillment. The sea is opening up for you, and a path is being created. And here comes somebody, big back ass, I got a problem with it, and want to say something about what the fuck you got going on. And I think what Spirit is trying to tell you is like, now's the time to ignore that shit. Libra energy with the Justice, possibly Taurus. Gemini with the Magician, possibly Aries. Chariot, Aries or Cancer. Tower card is Scorpio. Sagittarius with the Temperance. Aries again, possibly Taurus with the Emperor. Scorpio with the Death card. Capricorn with the Devil. And then you have Pisces with the Hangman. You also have possibly Virgo, Taurus, or Libra. But it kind of looks like Aries as well with the Empress energy. Okay? I just don't even know what to name these motherfuckers anymore. Because it's ridiculous at this point. I feel like they're saying with the Justice card, whatever's going on behind the scenes that you don't see is working in your favor. Like all of the shit talking that they doing, all of the little slick comments that they want to make, all the jabs that they want to throw and the rocks they want to throw, hide their hand and just watch to see what happens. It's working in your favor because it's making you look that much more sophisticated. It's making you look that much more evolved. It's making you look that much more mature. It's making you look that much more in control, because I think Spirit is trying to prevent you from popping off and letting bitches know exactly where they got you fucked up, because that's how you could be. Let's not even cap. Let's not even cap. Because if you knew everything that was going on and you knew what people were saying behind your back, I guarantee it. Men's Warehouse stamp on it. I can guarantee that your ass would be saying something to somebody. And or you would leave because you don't want to, you want to avoid a conflict. You don't like conflict and you don't want to be in situations. And it's not because you're weak. It's not because you're a coward. It's because you would probably whoop a bitch to death. And I'm not joking. There are certain people out here who people like to play on their top time after time after time. And kudos to you, bitch. Kudos to you, motherfucker. Whoever you are, because I know you. Because you got people who are out here that like to play on folks' top like that. Over and over and over again. And they want to call them weak. And they want to call them soft. And they want to call them all these names to make it seem like they're cowardly. When in reality, they're very noble and honorable. Because if they would really let themselves go the way you say that they're too cowardly to do, your ass would be 6 feet under in the grave, bitch. You would be dead. So I commend you. Because what Spirit is trying to get to happen here is for you not only to not pop off, but also for you to stick around and keep shining your light and do what needs to be done. They don't want you to walk away. They don't want you to run away. They don't want you to disappear into obscurity, but they also don't want you to snap and crash out. So they're creating, Spirit is creating the perfect set of circumstances to where you don't see everything that's going on and people are too scared to really speak on something that they feel like they want to speak on, because they already know it's been warned. You've been warned. Because at this point, Spirit is tired of you walking away from your blessings or having people block your blessings unnecessarily. So they're not going to let you know what's going on because they want you to stay wherever you are, so that you can continue to get your blessings. And they're also going to prevent you from seeing what's going on so that you won't get yourself in any additional trouble. Anything else that Pisces needs to know? False mask. See what I'm saying? New love and meditation. So you're thinking about like new love, you're thinking about new connections, and you're really meditating on, like, I feel like you guys are meditating on the false mask that people show you and studying. You guys are studying. You may be studying a person to see if they're wearing a mask. And you're thinking about all the other times that you've experienced people who wear false masks. What else? Journey. Ooh. Daughter and celebration. This could be about your mother. This could be about your daughter. You could be the daughter. You could have a daughter. This could be about a woman too, a girl. I don't know. Your mother could be celebrating you on your journey. You could be celebrating your daughter on her journey. Maybe she's dealing with this with like friends or like school drama, friends wearing false masks, people wearing false masks. But I feel like either you're celebrating your daughter or you're being celebrated as a daughter when it comes to your journey. Yeah. One more card for Pisces. Relocation. Rich man. I thought the journey card was the rich man. And then we have bonding. I don't know what this means, y'all. I don't care. Okay. There could be a masculine energy that is thinking about relocating or going on a journey, going on a trip. Somebody could be traveling. You may bond with this person because they're only in town for a little while. Judgment just popped out. High Priestess, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. Yeah, your intuition is telling you that you're not being included in a lot of the conversation. Yeah, it's like, and I think you guys are starting to realize that it's for your own good. Like, I think some of you guys know that somebody is not who they claim to be. And I feel like there's communication that's going on behind your back that is going on. And I kind of feel like I keep getting this vibe where I feel like you guys are playing the game. And it's not like, wow, Ace of Swords. Yeah. Your intuition is very clear. Do not doubt yourself. Do not doubt yourself. And if you got to let folks know exactly where your boundary is, set that bitch. You don't have to pop off and crash out, but you also don't have to let people walk all over you. I just feel like, I don't know, there could be somebody coming into town or somebody relocating to your area, or you could be relocating to someone else's area. Somebody could be coming towards you. Wow, Knight of Swords as I spoke. 8 of Pentacles. Yes, like somebody's going to say something to you to let you know that they're not genuine or they're being false. Not exactly sure, but your intuition is really strong. Yeah, and you're focusing on the choices that people make, the things that people say. I feel like you're being very strategic about that. You're not just listening to what people say and taking it at face value. It's like, okay, you could say all of that shit. You could talk all of that shit. But I'm going to put not only what you say in my mind as a gauge to who you are, but I'm going to also take your actions. I'm going to take your words. I'm going to take your body language. I'm going to take your tone. I'm going to take your jokes. I'm going to take your whatever. I'm going to take all of that into consideration before I make a decision on who the fuck you are in my mind. You could definitely be focusing on working and somebody could just come at you all of a sudden. Like, they could come to your desk or you could get a phone call that's weird, or it just feels like somebody's just trying to throw you off. So I just feel like I broke down what Spirit was trying to get you to realize about the situation so you don't crash out and so that you don't walk out on your own blessing. What is the advice for Pisces? Jesus Christ. We're not doing 3 cards, Spirit. I'm not doing 3 cards. It was She-Wolf, Unleash the Wild Within, Snake, Shed Old Skin, which I said something about the snake, and Fire Guardian, Ignite Your Passion. Yeah. Can I just get 1 card, though? That would be nice. Can't do 3. Can I just get 1 card for advice for Pisces? Thank you. Ooh. The High Priest. That's interesting. Members, do you remember during our weekly live when I said that I had all of those different readings about the Tower, and the Tower is here, and one of them was with the High Priestess in this deck on the thumbnail. Now we're getting the High Priest. For some reason, that is significant. We also have the Hunter. Track down your fears and desires. Masculine energy. Ooh, Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. High Priest says intend and create. All right. That's the only one I'm going to read. I'm tired. I'm not going to read the other one. If you want to read it, go look online. They got the book. Okay. So, the High Priest says for the message, recognize that you have the power to change your life. Face your fear and align with the light. Track down your fears and desires. So if you understand what you're afraid of, maybe it's going to help clarify what you actually want. What are you afraid of? That may be hand in hand with what you actually want. So they're definitely highlighting like fears that you may have or fears that you may feel, possibly from groups, from the hive mob mentality, from bullies, from people who try to like push you out when you deserve to be in. I don't know. But it says, again, recognize that you have the power to change your life. Face your fear and align with the light. Now, in many traditions, the High Priest is the physical embodiment of the divine masculine. Okay. I feel like I have to burp, but I don't think that it's going to come out. Excuse me. So the High Priest is the physical embodiment of the divine masculine. He acts as a bridge between worlds and is able not only to divine the future, but to help create it too. He may be a leader in his spiritual tradition or in pagan traditions, be second to the High Priestess, but he is always spiritually connected and disciplined, with great respect for his creator and his particular practice. Okay. In a reading, this card can represent a spiritual figure, leader, or teacher in your life, or an aspect of your path that has led you to where you are today. Interesting. The extended message says you are a bridge between heaven and earth, and it's important for you to know that you are more powerful and connected than you may think. Everything you are giving attention and energy to at this time is creating your way forward. There have been some setbacks, but accept these as experiences that have led you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your spirit. Know that you are being guided by the ancestors to direct your thoughts and energies towards what you want to grow, heal, and expand. And then watch it happen right before your eyes. Period. And basically the Shaolin Master, it's like the Hunter is kind of aggressive, but not really, but kind of. And then the Shaolin Master is kind of like preserve and reserve that energy for when it's really necessary. So I just feel like if there's a situation that you're unsure about with a person who you feel like isn't being forthcoming or real with you, truthful with you, it kind of feels like they want you to see it for what it is and break out of the habits that you have to deal with the situation the same way that you may have dealt with it in the past. I feel like Spirit wants you to be more open to how you're going to deal with the situation moving forward so that you won't move the exact same way that you've moved in the past. Because no matter what it is that you may be experiencing, it's like your spirit team wants you to see the connection that you have. They want to commend you and acknowledge that you're picking up what they're throwing down, but also show you like, hey, everything, even with the Lover's card, everything that's happening, everything that you're experiencing, everyone who you're meeting, every circumstance that you encounter and find yourself in is leading you towards this goal. So don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Don't be combative with it. Try to embrace it and try to see it from a higher perspective so that you can understand what it's all pointing to and leading to. So I hope that helped y'all. Shit. Fucking like the video, please. Please like the video. Don't be a raggedy bitch in here not liking the video. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you angry. But that's crazy. That's the only way that I can keep bringing you these readings. The more readings I can bring you is the more you support the channel. That's it. If you want to book at your own risk, bitch. Okay? That's on you. I love y'all. I really do. I hope it helped. Get in the comments. Let me know if it resonated. And remember, this is Oz Circle Booze. Bye.